Hello and welcome to the Art of Online Marketing. My name's Denise Allison and I am the owner of Strategro, and I empower business owners to connect with their audience and build relationships with their potential customers through social media so that they can grow their business. So the theme of today's episode is shopping for Christmas. So a lot of people are doing a lot of shopping this time of year for gifts for family members and friends and loved ones. So we thought it would be the perfect opportunity to share a little bit about the benefits of buying local and buying from local businesses. So I'm joined here by Rose Madden. She is the secretary treasurer of the Chambre de Commerce de Clare, and she's also a development officer at the Clare CBDC. Hi, Rose.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So Rose is going to share a little bit about the benefits of buying from small businesses and local businesses in your community. So go ahead, Rose.
So it's a time of year where a lot of people go shopping. Christmas is around the corner. As a chamber, we like to remind our local residents to consider buying local from our local small businesses in the area. I don't think a lot of people realize the impact it does have on a business and the community. The businesses definitely have a backbone to the economy in our communities. We often see that a lot of business owners are hands-on in our community. They support many events, many even teams, sports teams, dance teams. They're very hands-on in a community. So we see that impact within a community, and it flourishes and adds character to our community. We're also seeing a benefit when it comes to local employment. We're supporting the economy through the employment of local residents. So we're seeing that money go through a community. We're also seeing that local businesses invest a lot in their community. So I mentioned that they're hands-on. They participate in a lot of events, but they also give a lot of money to these sports teams or events. I've read somewhere that compared to big corporations, they give twice as much per sales dollar to local nonprofits and events. So that's a huge amount. In small rural communities such as ours as well, there's a lot of local artisans and crafty people, very hands-on. So there's definitely unique products that you can find in a community such as ours that can, it provides you an access to thoughtful and somewhat customizable gifts that you can give to individuals. We see that businesses give our community our distinct personality. It generates lasting impact on the prosperity of local organizations and residents. And pretty much in a nutshell, that's how, shopping local can give a lot of benefits to everybody that's involved. We see that it creates jobs and opportunities, a lot of events that come to town. And I encourage, we're always encouraging people to shop locally throughout the holidays, especially Christmas time, but at any time of year, even if you can just consider a local business for your groceries, your clothes, we're a fishing community. There's a lot of shops here that sell quality products that keep you warm through the winter, different various winter events. So we see that there's a lot of benefits when we go support our local businesses.
Right, and if you buy from a local business, then the profits that they get, they're going to use that to buy from other local businesses, and it's kind of a snowball effect where everybody's benefiting from keeping the dollars in a smaller community. So even if it's not necessarily a really small business, it might be a larger business, but if the owners live in the community, the economic spin-off still stays here.
Definitely. And another thing we should mention as well is typically when it comes to small business, there's less waste, and their carbon footprint isn't as it's not as impacted. So in small businesses, shopping locally kind of reduces the carbon footprint. So we're kind of thinking environmentally friendly your shopping experience when you think of it. Because typically when local residents or local businesses have our shipments come in for their product or whatever, it's typically on the same truck, same delivery, and there's less waste when it comes to compared to bigger corporations. So there's that environmental impact that I don't think a lot of people consider when considering shopping locally.
Right, and they're not trucking things from all over the globe. They're not sourcing everything from China and that kind of thing. So just the transportation costs and that kind of thing. And even local businesses, it's up to them, for most of them to a certain extent, what they put in the stores. And if it's a larger chain business or a box store, it's up to like corporate headquarters what goes in the store, so that they decide what you're buying. They strategically put things on the shelves so that you buy certain things and that type of thing. They're not there necessarily for the community to offer a service. They are there to make a profit.
Right. And like I mentioned, when shopping with the bigger corporations, if you're going to spend $100 at a bigger corporation and you're going to spend $100 at a small business, that $100 to that small business means so much more than what it would to that bigger corporation.
Absolutely. And I know often I make an effort to buy all of my Christmas presents for my family locally. And it's a little bit easier if you are buying a gift. And the gift is kind of like it's the thought that counts kind of thing. I mean, if you do have children and you have people who are asking for specific things, you can't always necessarily do it, but there are a lot of stores I know in our community who offer a lot of high profile items. We have some technology stores, we have a store that sells Blundstones. I know those are all the rage this year, but we do have some stores that offer that type of thing. And so as long as you're making the effort to buy from local businesses, I mean, you obviously can't do it 100% of the time, but the thought is to move into buying local when you can.
Yeah. And when you consider all those options and, you look at the food options we have around in the area. I mean, we're in an area where fresh seafood is accessible, so, there's an endless pit of fresh seafood that you can get to prepare any festive meal or at any time of year. So we're, depending on the seasons, but we have access to a lot of opportunity here. Including the freshest seafood that you can get. So, and everything's accessible within a few kilometers. It's quite nice. It's a unique shopping experience that you can have in a rural area, surrounded by such unique and beneficial organizations and businesses in this area.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I think that's it. Again, I encourage everybody to consider shopping locally during the holiday season, but not only during the holiday season, but any time of year, to consider our small businesses. They definitely are backbone to our economy. They provide many, many options, and we're really happy to be working as a Chamber of Commerce and myself as a business development officer with the local businesses of our area. And I'd just like to wish everybody, our whole community, a Merry Christmas. I don't know where this is broadcasted, but a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. And everything, I wish you that the next year, 2018, is as prosperous as more prosperous than before.
Thank you so much, Rose, for being here. All right, everyone, so that's our little plug for buying local. So this applies to any community. So when we buy local, it's in Southwest Nova Scotia. When you buy local, it might be in Vancouver. So keeping that in mind, that if you buy from your own neighbors and community members, it goes back to benefit your own community. So that's always a great thing. So join me again next week, and I will be wrapping up 2017, and that will be the last live video for the year, and I'll be back in January live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. So I'll see everyone next week. Thanks. Bye.